Have you ever wondered how dangerous tsunamis are? Planning a vacation and looking for tips on how to survive one just in case the impossible happens? Well, you're in luck. Watch this video to find out how destructive a tsunami is, survival tips, and more. Hi, this is NoCap, and today's video is on tsunamis. Specifically, 5 tsunamis caught on camera and how to survive them. A tsunami is a powerful wave that destroys buildings and inland infrastructures and injures or kills people. Here are 5 examples of such tsunamis. Number 1 will blow your mind to bits. Number 5, Sumatra, Indonesia, 26th of December 2004. At 7:59 local time on the 26th of December 2004, an undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 struck off the coast of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. The earthquake triggered a tsunami, which reached across the Indian Ocean and hit several coastal areas as far as East Africa. It also caused massive damages in countries like Sri Lanka, India, Maldives, and Thailand, and killed over 225,000 in several countries. Indonesian officials estimated a high death toll of over 200,000, especially in northern Sumatra, the Aceh province. Tens of thousands of people were reported dead or missing in Sri Lanka and India. The low-lying island country that is Maldives had over 100 casualties and reported massive economic damages. Several non-Asian tourists who were vacationing in the area were also reported dead or missing. The list of casualties were also extended by difficulty in getting clean water, food, and medical treatment. There were severe long-term environmental damages with the villages, tourist resorts, farmland, and fishing ground, which were demolished or inundated with debris, bodies, and plant-killing salt water. Number 4. Samoa, September 29, 2009. The night before the tsunami hit, the coast of Samoa and Tonga Island looked serene and peaceful. But come early Tuesday morning, the 29th of September 2009, the tourists and residents of Samoa were dealt a devastating blow when a massive earthquake hit 130 miles off the coast of the islands. This immediately led to the deaths of hundreds of people. The earthquake, which was a magnitude of 8.1, struck midway between Samoa and American Samoa, a U.S. territory. The earthquake generated great tsunami waves of up to 22 meters that led to the death of 192 people. 149 in Samoa, 34 in American Samoa, and 9 in Niue de Pitapu, Tonga. The tsunami and the earthquake led to the massive destruction of property, estimated at $200 million, ravaging the island both physically and economically. The tsunami was triggered by at least 2 earthquakes happening within minutes of each other near Tonga Trench. Tonga Trench is one of the most seismically active areas in the world. The events leading to this tsunami is dubbed as a doublet, an extremely rare event. As the earthquakes happen so closely to each other, there's been no way to determine which earthquake happened first and which earthquake triggered the tsunami. Number 3. North Pacific Coast, Japan, 11th of March 2011. Japan experienced the strongest earthquake in recorded history on the 11th of March 2011. The earthquake struck just below the North Pacific Ocean, about 130 kilometers, 81 miles, east of Sendai. The earthquake is named after Tohoku, the northeastern region of the island of Honshu, where Sendai is located. The Tohoku earthquake triggered a tsunami which hit the coast of Japan with waves up to 40 meters tall. Both the Tohoku earthquake and the tsunami wrought terrible destruction. The tsunami led to the destruction of several homes, businesses, roads, railways, and factories. Of all of this, perhaps the most devastating impacts were the damaged reactors at a nuclear power plant. Due to the damage, radioactive materials were released into the environment. This led to the mass evacuation of everyone in the area for several years. Number 2. China, 5th of April 2012. On the 5th of April 2012, a 4.9 magnitude earthquake hit Yangzhou City in East China's Jiangsu province at 8:11 p.m. The epicenter was monitored at 33 degrees north latitude and 119.6 degrees east longitude with a depth of 5 kilometers. This was at the border between the city of Gaoyu and Baoying County in Yangzhou. The earthquake could be felt in a number of nearby cities, including Shangzhou, Zhuzhou, Zhenyang, and Nanjing, the capital of Jiangsu province. Measured at 4.9 on the moment magnitude scale, the earthquake led to the death of 1 person and multiple injuries in 2 other people. 13 rooms collapsed and 155 rooms were severely damaged. The moderate quake was followed by 25 aftershocks of up to 3.6 magnitude. Number 1. Indonesia, December 22, 2018. Over 400 people were reported dead when a tsunami struck western Java and southern Sumatra Islands on a cool December evening. While there was no warning when the tsunami struck, Indonesia's Geological and Weather Service said the tsunami was likely caused by an undersea landslide in the Sunda Strait, followed by an eruption by the Anak Krakatau volcano. A couple of months earlier, an earthquake of magnitude 7.5 struck Indonesia's central Sulawesi province on September 28, 2018. This triggered a tsunami and landslide that led to widespread destruction and loss of life. This tsunami led to the death of over 2,000 people and left 4,400 seriously injured. About 68,000 homes were either damaged or destroyed. The people who were affected in the unexpected and deadly hit of Indonesia's 2018 earthquakes and tsunamis will require help for several years as they work to rebuild their lives, their homes, and their communities. How to survive a tsunami. A tsunami is a series of powerful waves caused by an event such as an underwater earthquake or volcanic eruption. Very much unlike the regular set of ocean waves, the wave trains that are created by a tsunami carries an abnormal amount of energy. This energy has the power to destroy anything it encounters whenever it strikes land. While the standard ocean waves have periods of 5 to 20 seconds, the series of surges that a tsunami produces can be 5 to 60 minutes apart. Waves generated by tsunamis can travel in open ocean at high speeds of over 500 miles per hour, a rough equivalent to the speed of a commercial jet plane. While the first wave of a massive tsunami is exceptionally tall, it is not often the most dangerous one. The most dangerous wave of a tsunami is that following the initial wave. Here are tips on how to survive one. Number 6. Always be prepared for a tsunami. If you live or are traveling to areas that are known as tsunami hotspots like Indonesia, it is imperative you be prepared. Within your travel pack should be an emergency kit should you need to run for safety in the middle of the night. Your emergency kit should be stocked with food, water, climate-appropriate clothing, and a small first aid kit. Keep it all packed with enough essentials to last you a few days. What other items do you believe should be included in the emergency kit? Please include your answers in the comment section below. Even with all of these, try to pack as light as possible so you can pick it up and run for safety in an instant without it weighing you down. Number 5. Run up the hill. This is the smartest thing to do during a tsunami. Whether it is a feeling or warning, the best thing to do is run for the hills, literally. It is better to be safe than sorry or submerged. Here are 3 major signs you can use to determine if a tsunami is coming your way. You feel shakes and tremors underfoot. The water begins to recede. If you hear a loud roar from the ocean. Also, always be aware of the local news and stay alert to any of the warnings made by local authorities. Tsunamis strike very fast and very quickly after an earthquake, so immediately if you feel the signs or hear the warnings, pick up your emergency kit and head for the hills. The higher the better. Number 4. Stay there. Tsunamis hardly strike once. There are often several cycles of a tsunami spaced out over time. It can be over quickly and it can also last days. If you leave your safety net early, you run the risk of being caught in the second or third wave of the tsunami. This is why it's advisable and safer to remain on the hills and remain high and dry for a longer period. When making your assessment of when to go back down, pay close attention to the next item on the list. Number 3. Be extremely cautious with warnings and warning systems. One of the reasons for the high death toll of the 2004 Sumatra tsunami was due to a defective tsunami warning system. No one was prepared for the onslaught. In the recent years, several developing nations that are plagued with tsunamis have suffered from the effects of vandalism and thieves that have tampered with or destroyed systems that were put in place to alert authorities about an impending tsunami. It has led to several disastrous, avoidable deaths. There are cases where authorities delivered an all-clear signal for people to descend from the hills, only for them to be trumpeted by the 3rd, 4th, or 5th wave. The guidelines here remain the same. Extreme caution when making the decision to descend. Listen carefully for alerts, but be careful with the all-clear signals. Number 2. Know the topography of your destination. It is important to arm yourself with the facts, not just the tsunami history of where you wish to reside or wish to travel, but also the topography. Villages that are located at low sea level will get the brunt end of the tsunami, while those villages established in deeper water areas will not be as affected. This information will be great help in formulating an action plan if a tsunami decided to strike. Number 1. Know the locals and authorities. Finally, it's important to know the authorities and the locals of wherever you are visiting. It's also imperative to make an attempt to be able to communicate across language barriers. This will help you to talk to the locals of the area you're staying in about the systems and infrastructure put in place in case of tsunami. Not all these areas are the same, and their level of preparedness will range from very little to well-equipped. Get yourself comprehensive information, as this may very well be what saves your life. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. These are 5 tsunamis caught on camera, as well as how to survive a tsunami. Keep these tips in mind, and you will have a decent chance of surviving a tsunami. Hopefully, you will never have to use them. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for 10 years of good luck and tsunami-free years.